Hello YouTube, got another video for you. This is a review on this older pistol. It was my grandfather's pistol before he passed away. My grandmother gave it to me basically. I just had a piece of him. He passed away a couple years ago. And she didn't use it for anything. She didn't want to see it go into waste. It's a Bersa Model 83. It's manufactured from 1983 to 1986. It is the predecessor to the Bersa Thunder, the 380. It's missing the little plaque here for Bersa. Now I can get some more wooden grips for it that have it on both sides, but they're not manufactured anymore, so the ones that I found are fairly expensive. It's not really that important. It didn't have it when he had it, so it's not really that important to me to get another one. There is no external slide stop. It's an internal slide stop. There is a decocker and a safety. Do that in frame so you can see it. A decocker that is also the safety. Like I said, it's an internal slide stop. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. There's a little shiny bar right back there in the back. That's what actually stops the slide. It was designed to be concealed carry. It's the reason there's not much on the outside of it. It's fairly big to be called a concealed carry, but for when it was made, it's fairly small pistol as well. Shoots 380 ACP, obviously, like all the other Bersa Thunders and all of its like. There we go. So far, I've only had a couple issues with it. The trigger pin here has walked out a little bit. I pulled it out, put some Loctite on it, and put it back in, and it's fine. The only other major issue is the decocker. I'm going to have to replace the firing pin spring, or take it out and heat treat it, stretch it and heat treat it, because I'm getting light primer strikes when I decock it with one in the chamber. It is not normal, so if anybody tells you that it is normal, they are not telling you the truth. It is not supposed to hit the primer whatsoever. One of the guys on a forum tried telling me that it was normal for that to happen. So I'm assuming they're telling other people the same thing. It's not normal. It is in fact dangerous. It can set off the round even with a light primer strike. If it's done enough to the same round, it'll weaken the primer and it'll actually set it off. The disassembly of it's fairly easy. There's a lever on the side here. It's very similar to some of the M&Ps as far as the lever. Pull back, lift up, and then let it slide forward. And you have your recoil spring, the barrel, which is pinned in to the frame. It's fairly dirty. I haven't cleaned it since I shot it last. But this one does have some minor damage over here that was there when my grandfather bought it. So I don't think it's a recurring issue. I think it's just something that somebody messed up on when they were unassembling it or putting it back together or something, let the slide slip and hit it and wire that up. But you can get a new barrel put in it. I would definitely recommend letting a gunsmith do that and not trying to do it yourself. It's fairly difficult to get that barrel on and off without really knowing what you're doing. Reassembling's the same, just in reverse. Put it on, push the lever, pull it back, let go. Function test. Trigger does not work with no magazine. There's a magazine disconnect. Here's your hammer bar. Magazine disconnect is actually that little notch right there, and it's a little extra cut and flare out on the magazine there when you insert it. Trigger works. Your safety. Make sure everything works properly after you take it apart. And it locks open on the last round. Nice little pistol. It's not worth much as far as to sell to somebody or to buy. It's fairly inexpensive. Along with the new Bersas, you can get them fairly cheap. Just wanted to share this little piece with you. Piece of my grandfather that will be with me for a very, very long time. I don't think I will ever get rid of this gun in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, just feel free to post any comments, questions, anything like that. thanks guys and ladies. Have a good night.